Playoff baseball, Tigers get smoked in game one against, well, you know what? Actually, we got to go even further back. First of all, the Tigers win 2 out of 3 against Houston. That was huge. That was amazing. Andy Ibanez, bases loaded, clears the bases with a double in a situation where they were down. You know, he is the lefty killer, and he came in and killed a lefty in the exact right moment. Like, the thing is, overall in this postseason for the Tigers, their offense really hasn't been all that good. Like, if you really look at it, let me see if I can find postseason stats here. Here we go. Like, you really look at it, you don't have any one guy, or really you have a lot of guys that are really not doing a whole lot. I mean, Riley Green has been largely terrible. Obviously, very, 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 very small sample size. But you even have also guys, Colt Keith hasn't got a hit the entire postseason, despite the fact that he's got 5 walks. So he's gotten on base, but not been on the base hit. Spencer Torkelson still has yet to do anything. For the most part, Trey Sweeney, despite his clutch hitting, has really not played all that well. But it doesn't even matter, because all they need is the hit when it matters, right? All that matters, they get the hit in the clutch spots, and that's where Parker Meadows comes in with a home run against the Astros. Yesterday, Jake Rogers and then Trey Sweeney both get singles, and then Kerry Carpenter hits the bunt. Like, the first game against Cleveland notwithstanding, the Tigers have been winning these postseason games in the exact way that they were winning the regular season games. It wasn't with, Riley Green or Kerry Carpenter or Andy Ibanez or any of these guys just going in and hitting 400. It was with a bunch of random guys getting timely hits or drawing walks or having long at-bats and playing good defense. And I've been saying this. This is a team that from top to bottom is playing a brand of baseball that it's not flashy. It's not going to make ESPN's top 10 plays, except for some of those Parker Meadows catches. But it is a winning formula. It's pitching, it's deep pitching in the bullpen, and Tarek Skubal at this point, if he's not the best pitcher in baseball, you're just not watching the sport. I'm sorry. He's far and away the best pitcher in baseball. He went, let me see if I can get his stats from that game yesterday. Tarek Skubal, Cleveland Guardians. If I could just see what was yesterday? 10/7/2024. Okay, here's gross 7 scoreless. Or actually, post-game thread. I can just look at it here. Where is the stats? This is not helpful. Hold on. We're going to get to it. All right, here we go. Tarek Skubal pitched, hold on, 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. I don't care who you're pitching. I don't care who you're playing. You pitch 7 innings and you don't even give up a walk. He had a hit by pitch. He did have that, but he didn't have a walk. And that is the difference. It doesn't show up in the box score, I guess, the hit by pitch. Tarek Skubal has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm sorry, I just don't see how any pitcher is even remotely in his category. Like, I'm trying to think of other guys that people might, I guess Chris Sale. Chris Sale had a crazy year, but it's not even a question. It's not even a question for me that Tarek Skubal is the best pitcher in baseball. And the thing that really impressed me yesterday as well, and this was pointed out on Sports Talk Radio as I was listening today, one of the things that was particularly impressive about the win was the strike zone was not all that good. At least, there was a few times I was like, oh, that's a striker. Oh, that's outside. And Tarek Skubal immediately identified it, and he went to work. I mean, it didn't matter. He had Jose Ramirez, 0 for 2 Ks, didn't do a single thing. Who, by the way, no disrespect to Jose Ramirez, but so far in the postseason, batting below the Mendoza line. Again, very, 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 very small sample size, but still, he has not had a very good postseason. And even guys like David Fry didn't do much against Tarek Skubal. Strikeout, no hits. Stephen Kwan had just the 1 hit. Josh Naylor had the one. I think Josh Naylor had the only extra base hit for Cleveland all game. I mean, the point is, this pitching staff is good enough to go up against some of the best hitters. And I just don't see, like, who in the National League or who in the American League is better than Tarek Skubal. And I encourage people who are not Tiger fans, tell me who's better than Tarek Skubal, because I can't rationalize my way out of it. I can't. I mean, now I'm going down a rabbit hole. Tarek Skubal, baseball savant. Let's take a look here, because I'm sure this is just going to be a screen of red. I'm going to be like a bull. Look at this. Wait for it to load. I mean, my God. He is in the 94th percentile in expected ERA, 87th percentile in expected batting average, 89th percentile in fastball velo, average 84 in average exit velo, 76 in chase rate, 90 in whiff rate, 91 in K rate, 95 in walk rate. That means that 5% of pitchers in baseball have a lower walk rate than Tarek Skubal. Barrel rate, 70. Hard hit rate, 80. He has basically the only thing that is not in the red for him is his extension, which I don't even know what the hell that is. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, he is far and away if he's not a unanimous Cy Young winner, then I hate to use this phrase because I think it's stupid. Then it really is Detroit versus everybody. Because I'm sorry, there's no world where he is not only the best pitcher in the American League, but the best pitcher in MLB. He is absolutely lights out. He hasn't lost a game in, I think, like 7 starts or something like that. Like, he is beyond some of these pitchers. It's not even particularly close. Let's read some comments here. Skubal's absolutely the best pitcher in baseball. Hopefully a carry home run can get some of the other guys hit a little better. Yeah, look, here's the thing, MSU Detroit fan. Like, I don't think obviously, I want guys like Green and Torkelson. And, I mean, just look at some of the other numbers here. If I can pull them up. Colt Keith, even guys like, Trey Sweeney to try to heat up. But they're getting the timely hits, and they're putting pressure on pitching staffs. And that in and of itself, that little small ball where, you got another runner in scoring position, pitching in a high leverage spot, you're forcing them to show their hand a little bit more, force the defense to have to make plays. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, obviously, I'd love for us to go out tomorrow afternoon and drop a 30 bomb on them, right? I'd love for us to just go out and score 12, but that's realistically not really going to happen, most likely. And we don't need it to happen. We can win games 4-0. We can win games 2-1. We can win games 3-2. This pitching is good enough. And it's good enough against some of the best hitters in baseball that the Guardians do have, by the way. Stephen Kwan and Jose Ramirez and David Fry, these guys were all-stars. All right, we're not doing. And I know that it's in the playoffs, and at this point, it goes without saying. But we're not doing this against the Rockies. Okay, we're doing this against playoff teams with, actual playoff experience. Jose Ramirez has playoff experience. I mean, the Astros, like that whole team had playoff experience, and we swept them. Very well, we could sweep the Guardians at home here. I think Comerica Park is going to be one of the most electric it has been certainly since 2014 when the Orioles came to town, but probably even more so because it has been so long. I'm just saying, look, Detroit, when you bring a winner to Detroit, those crowds are absolutely like a death sentence to the opposing team. We saw it with Detroit last year in the playoffs. Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, both of those guys were like, I couldn't hear what was going on. Like, nobody could hear this. It is electric. And I think Comerica is going to be an absolute zoo tomorrow. I'm looking forward to watching that game and seeing the crowd, because it's going to be an absolute zoo. It's going to be insane. No pun intended given the Tigers, but it's going to be a zoo. I think it's going to be shoulder to shoulder. You're going to have people all over on the Comerica Park, on the Comerica Landing. There's going to be people on the Ferris wheel. There's going to be people on the merry-go-round. You're going to have Paws is going to make an appearance at some point on the broadcast, I'm sure. He's going to be hiding in the back there like he does when the game's about to close out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. And look, I love baseball. It is so, like, there's just something about this game that is just so, like glorious and dramatic. And in the postseason, that's when it really gets exciting. Like a lot of people, regular season baseball, it's basically just nothing. Postseason, I mean, literally, if you don't watch baseball, if you're not a big baseball guy, turn on any of the baseball games. You are going to get hyped. I'm telling you, it's basically impossible. I mean, right now the Mets are up 5-0, 6-0, I should say. Maybe, oh no, just got caught out at home, but 7-0 to, or are they saying 7? Or was that one run taken away? Either way, the Mets are kicking the doors off the Phillies. Like, the Mets are kind of the equivalent of the Tigers in the National League, if I'm being perfectly honest. A team that pretty much nobody thought was going to make the playoffs. That's largely not, largely kind of a dysfunctional team. I mean, granted, they have far more stars. They got Lindor. They got the Polar Bear. They got Alonso. But still, all of that being said, because I want to wrap this segment up, the Tigers got 2 games at home, and I don't think they're going to play that game 5. I feel like we're gonna ride this high all the way to the ALCS, and then I just don't know, because again, in playoff baseball, it's anybody's game. All you got to do is make it. It's like the NHL. All you got to do is make it, and then anything can happen. So go Tigers tomorrow. I think this is going to be a heck of a run here for Detroit. And you know what? If it ends here, it'll be disappointing, but you know what? This was a heck of a run. Nobody expected the Tigers to be where they're at. Certainly not me. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs this year, so I'm just happy to be here. And then the real expectations will start next year. So have fun while we have it. And yeah, I got nothing more. Eat 'em up, Tigers. Eat 'em up. Hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed what you just saw, hit the like and subscribe button. We do live shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there.